Hey y'all, it's Anime K-Man. Today I'm going to be reviewing the third episode of Dororo. And I gotta say, this episode was top of the line when it came to the character and story standpoint. Because for one, I like how this episode finally shows Hakimaru's past a little bit. How he rose up from that little baby to a boy. And then to pretty much close to a man, or at least I'm assuming a man because they haven't given us Hakimaru's current age, but I'll just call him a man because he's got that fucking badass man mentality. But I like how it shows the start of when he first had this puppet body, when Jukai first found him, and then you see him trained up by Jukai, learning how to use a wooden sword, and then eventually learning how to use a real sword. And I kind of like that, how it showed off that things like slaying demons or ghouls didn't come easy to our boy Hakimaru. He had to work his way up, and then eventually I like how the flashback showed him destroying these monsters and ghouls with more relative ease as he got older. It makes it feel much more realistic, and at the same time, at least me as a viewer, it helped me appreciate Hakimaru kill these future demons or ghouls later on, when he has more experience and he's much more badass. It's going to make me feel like, damn, this shit's even more impressive now that we've seen him from his beginnings to how he is now. So from that standpoint, the episode did a great job. It makes me root more for Hakimaru. I mean, the previous episodes already did a good job of making me want to root for him, but now I root for him even more. So that's a positive from a character standpoint. And then I also like how it gives us information on Jukai, how he wasn't a man that was super clean. He did some questionable shit when he was serving under Lord Shiba, and he even feels himself that he can never really truly atone for those sins, but he believes there's a reason why he continues on living. So I like those sequences where it showed him help out this boy with this puppet leg, Kaname, but then when Kaname finds out that he worked for Lord Shiba because his father got slayed by Lord Shiba, and he pretty much... I like how it showed also Kaname's maturity too, because even though he was there for a small amount, he was thinking of first killing Jukai, but then after seeing him help out the boy, Kaname pretty much gets rid of the prosthetic leg that he got from Jukai, and then he leaves because he wants to live on his own. And I kind of like how it showed his maturity, because he went from wanting to kill Jukai to pretty much not wanting to live on his own strengths and all that. And that was an interesting scene right there too, because you could hella tell that at least in that specific moment in time, Jukai probably would not have mind being killed by Kaname, but you could hella tell Kaname leaving him just like that probably tore him up even more when he was tearing up. So that was also a feelsy scene. And I like how this episode also brought some emotional intensity when, after he helped Dororo get more stronger, and then he pretty much says goodbye to him because he has to go on a journey on his own. And he gives him like the real sword, and then Hakimaru touches him on the cheek. That was also a touching, feelsy scene right there. All in all, just nothing but great stuff all around this episode. The flashback sequences in this episode were great, so gotta give it credit. And I like how it finally explicitly gives us information that, yeah, every single time Hakimaru kills a demon or a monster, he gets more of his body parts back, which is another plus, because the episodes, they were kind of vague on it. But now, actually it wasn't really that big. It pretty much was telling us, it just didn't give us explicit information. But now, to see that information explicitly given out, and even the bald, blind guy give that information out to Dororo. So now at least Dororo knows what's going on. We, the audience, 100% know what's going on. That was also a nice way of presenting information. So from a story standpoint, we got a lot of necessary information. So from a character and story standpoint, this episode is top of the line. Now, the animation isn't top of the line because we had a few still shots when Hakimaru was killing a few monsters and demons when he was like younger. At the very least, when the animation had a count, like when Lord Shiba's men were killing those people, nailing to a cross or cutting up things like ear parts, the animation popped, and the animation also popped when Hakimaru had to leave Jukai. Those were all good scenes. So, when the animators cared the most, they made the animation work. And then aside from that, the art was on point. That's something I probably won't ever complain about with that show. The art, it's always on model, and it's always well drawn. And taking all these factors in consideration, since this episode was a really emotionally packed episode with a lot of character and story progression, and then that little scene at the end where Hakimaru was testing out his body by feeling the heat and he almost burns himself badly. It wasn't for Dororo telling him to watch out. That shit was hilarious. So this episode even had a few comedic scenes too here and there, and I like that. And for all these reasons, I'm going to rate this episode a 9 out of 10. It's an impactful episode, and I definitely recommend any of all who haven't seen it, just check it out. This show's a fun time, and I cannot wait to see what it's going to give us. And just a heads up, my reviews might come out later and next week for the following 3 months, because 3 to 6 months, because I'll be busy on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'll probably be busy the next few Mondays, just a heads up. So just so you all know, in case you're wondering where's the review and reaction at, it might become later than usual. But yeah, overall, just all around positive stuff from the episode that I felt. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on the episode. Comment out your thoughts in the comment section below on the episode. Rate the video, subscribe if you want to see more reviews and reactions, and I'll see you guys later to start for more. Alright, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.